Hey everyone, it's M4J here, and welcome back to the new M4J network here on openttd. Welcome back to Bahecity, welcome back to Bahecity Central, and welcome back to a fully functioning tram network. And the reason I stopped myself halfway through that is because it's not yet fully functioning. It is functioning, it's not fully functioning just yet, but maybe by the end of today it will be. So yeah, Bahecity Central looks really nice now with the overall roof on the top here. I am toying with the idea of moving the bus station from here over to here. Maybe continue this hill or something and have it elevated above the rest of the town. And then expanding the tram station a little bit further and then having some more garden space over here as well. Kind of like what we've done over here. Because I think that looks really cool. And I think we should do more of that at various projects. And people have been saying very nice things about the design of Bahecity Central here. So I kind of want to carry on doing that as well. Because I'm vain and arrogant and I like people thinking I'm good at things. Anyway, today I am going to hopefully be finishing off the tram network here. I have some ideas. I have some thoughts. And I think I can get them going, and I think I can make this work. So, I was looking at Bahecity Central just now, and I noticed that a lot of passengers, 90,000 right now, want to go via Grenninghead Cross Central, which is this one here. And even this one is actually quite busy. Easier said than done. I need to rename these stops as well, by the way. I'm totally aware of that. I just didn't have the time since the last episode. And also these ones here as well. That will get done. Don't worry. I want to run another line through Grenninghead Cross Central though. And the best way that would work is if it carries on through all of this section here, all of this section here, and then all of this section here, runs through Fort Dronford and then turns this way and terminates down at Trendhatton. As it so happens, we have a southern branch all the way down here at Humbles Road that could fit the bill. You could start here at Humbles Road, it could go via Punley Market, via Sargate, via Bahecity Senningbury, and end up running through the centre of Bahecity and out to the northwest. I think that'll work perfectly. And I've already said if I build a tram depot here, which I will be doing, spoiler alert, very shortly, then that would also serve Slayburg Springs. And the Slayburg Springs line right now, I think because of the way it sort of weaves in and around everything here, I think is just going to terminate at Bahecity Central. It's not going to run anywhere else. Likewise, up here with the Great Buntbourne lines, I'm going to have one, which I think is going to be the docks here, because the docks can then lead to a ferry that can even potentially serve Wellington Tranquility if I was to dig a canal somewhere, maybe this side, that loops around. We'll see about that. But I think that will be like the main branch, and then that will run down into Bahecity, through Central, and in terms of heading south, I'm almost tempted to build another branch, but I have no idea where it would go. We do need Rinfingley to have an actual tram line, I think. So maybe it would go there, or we finally have a branch that, I don't know, from somewhere over here comes out this way and actually goes into Frentbourne itself, because Frentbourne seem to like me quite a lot right now, and then maybe down into Bredham. We'll see. Right now though, I think it's just going to run south to possibly T1. I think that would work well, or maybe even Swanfingford Interchange. And then the other line, which starts at Great West View, that is also going to just terminate at Bahecity Central. Now, before I get started with building here, there is one more little teeny tiny thing that I would like to do. I want to come over here. I want to bribe the local authority. Please don't get me in trouble. There we go. Pause the game for a second. And I'm going to do some rejigging here of some branches. So, this, we're going to move. And this, we're going to rebuild. Except we're going to build it. There's a good point. Let's do this. Actually, no, let's not do that. That's dumb. We're not doing that. I think what I actually want is the Petersfield to Linden Gardens line. I want to sever. And then you're going to join up here and then run into town that way. So I think we're going to do that. What line runs via Linden Gardens right now? I'm hoping it's only one. It is not. Both of those go that way, don't they? See, that's slightly problematic. Okay, in that case, we're going to move Linden Gardens. That's the better way of sorting this out, isn't it? So Linden Gardens is going to move to here. Now that will require having to rejig the schedule again slightly, but I think that's fine. We're then going to do this. Whoops. We're going to do this. And then this route here is the right one, isn't it? These ones here, they don't have anything serving them right now. No. Let's pin that open as well, shall we? So I don't keep losing it. Awesome. Petersfield here, I think, can then move slightly further south. Not by much, just by a little bit. And then we could even do the same thing for Reams Lane. But I don't know if I'm going to right now. I'm definitely going to do that, though. Cool. The reason I'm doing this is because this line here, the one via Greyfriars Grove, Bahecity Central, things like that, I'm actually going to move it to this side here. And we're going to have it run across the front of the station here. And then connect up like this. So, Senningbury Exchange, we're going to lose that tram stop. Obviously, Bahecity Central itself is going to end up on this side. Like so. I'm actually tempted to make it a double-sized station, like that. Which means, actually, let's see if I can get a bit creative with this. Kind of what I did over with Tarnbury. If I do something like that, and then grab this and do this and do this and do this and then do that, and then yeah, do something similar on this side, like so. So we've got a double stop there now. I can remove all of this, including that piece, because again, Senningbury Exchange shouldn't have anything stopping there. No, it does not. Excellent. We'll then remove this stop here. We'll remove this stop here. And then for these ones, I want Senningbury Old Town Hall, which is probably going to be renamed Old Town. But yeah, you're going to go... Actually, you're going to go there. Like so. Like that. And then Senningbury Mill. Oops, wrong button. It's going to go there like that. And there we go. And then we've got Senningbury Station as well, stop. And all that good stuff. Now, Greyfriars Grove, we're obviously going to lose completely. Like so. That will probably get reused though. I feel like one of these could be Greyfriars Grove. So maybe Old Town Hall could get that name. I don't know. I might just keep that. And then we've got Senningbury. That could become Greyfriars Grove. If it's not too far away. You watch now, it'll be too far away. Greyfriars Grove. There we go. Just like that. Bam. It moves. Excellent. So, if I've done this right now, this tram line kind of slaloms its way through various different locations and then ends up at Bahecity Central, then runs through the centre of Senningbury and ends up connecting up. Oh, we do need another stop over here, in fact. There. We'll just call this Senningbury Shores or something like that. There. Now, 3 and 4, these two, I am going to set these to autofill. See that one there? That's, I guess because of the way the schedule works, the tram hasn't autofilled yet. I did some other things off camera and I was experimenting with stuff. But yeah, we now have 3 separate branches here that all come in here, just like we have 3 separate branches here that all come out over there. And I kind of like that. And I was going to have the split here after Linden Gardens, but I think this actually is quite a nice little compromise. So I'm kind of happy with that. Right, I'm going to start building the tram depot over here because I think that's going to be better. Actually, one more thing before I do that. The one over here has grown and has also changed slightly. I worked out, this may change in a second with the new timetables, but I worked out that I needed 87 trams in total to run the existing 4 services out of this depot. As it so happens, there are 84 tracks here where trams can be parked. So I worked off the assumption that on average you would have like 2 maybe trams out on the line during the night. So you wouldn't need this many tracks, but it's good to have this many tracks because technically we do still have an overlap of 3. But hopefully this is enough. You can already see it's roughly, what would you say, half full, maybe if that, maybe like 2/5, something like that. I can unpause the game for a second. I think this is fine. I think this is fine. I'm also tempted here because these lines all still meet up before Hardham, and actually part of this rebuild here was to get another line, this one in fact, the one from Slunfingford Interchange, to actually come through this way and actually take the existing right of way here, and it would run straight along via its own bridge here and then connect up over here just after Greyfriars Grove, and then it would just run through Senningbury Shores and into Bahecity Central. But I think at that point I'm messing around a little too much. But I think we've got, here's only 2 lines that come through here, so maybe it's fine. Maybe it's fine. We'll see. I don't know. We'll see. Where do you go? Oh, you go straight across. That's why. So yeah, this line here actually is redundant. That's what was going on. We've got the weird loop thing in place. I remember now. Okay, yeah. Let's build this tram depot over here, and then we can get to planning out these services. I've got a good feeling about this one. I know I've said that before, and I meant it before too, don't get me wrong, but I do actually have a good feeling about this one. I'm just going to rejig. Ooh. Are You Listening doesn't like me very much right now. Before I do that, let's try trees first, because sometimes this works. Today is not one of those days. Okay, that's fine. That worked. Yeah, just to try and get the tram off the road where I can, because I'm not planning on putting that many bus lines in myself, but I'm hoping someone else who's got more interest in buses than me might come along and want to add bus lines around Bahecity and other places. And I kind of just want them to be able to do that. Also you, I'm going to rename you like Spring Square or something. Just because we had 2 stops essentially with the same name. Okay, now I'm going to build the tram depot and then we're going to start planning out services. Let's do it. Okay, here we go then. So I think, hopefully this is a good size. If I do the maths in my head, it's 3 lots of 6, which is 18, times 2 is 36. And I think we've got 2 lines operating out of here. So I think 36 is probably the best we could afford to do right now from here. I've also, this might change here as well, by the way, but I've tried to make it so that the trams running to and from the depot aren't blocked by trams just running the service. But to be honest, the more I think about that, the more I realise that's actually quite dumb. Because again, we only have 1 line coming down here. So we only have a tram like every 5 minutes or anything anyway. So knowing my luck, it'll be the exact same time that a tram comes through. But that's something that you can sort of eke out in the timetable anyway. Right. So the line from Humbles Road here is going to be the one that runs up to Trendhatton. And the one from Spring Square is going to be the one that, you know, it winds its way through all of these places and things like that. It could, in theory, cross over here and then run this way as well. But right now, I think it's just going to run, yeah, because both these lines are served. So that's unnecessary. Whereas this one Actually, this one's also served, but still. It's going to run down here and into Bahecity Central. Could, in theory, remove the T2 line from this depot and have this one go all the way through to T2. That's maybe something we could work on in the peaks, maybe, or because again, peak time there might be different tram routes that operate independently to these existing ones. But I think right now this is fine. Let's get going with this then. So I want the, what are they called? I've forgotten what the tram's called. I need to find one now. There's one. Hello. You are an LHB. There we go. Grab one of those. I love some of the new features now. There's actually something else which I was going to look at. Someone mentioned it, and I think it's a new feature and I wasn't aware of it. Improved breakdowns. So I believe this is if you have a train that's being hauled by 2 locomotives. One of the locos might break down, but the other one won't. It will carry on running. Now I imagine the train would run at a slightly lower speed because of that. But I kind of like that idea. It's a shame it doesn't have an explanation available. Maybe because it's quite new, it hasn't had one written in yet. I don't know. But yeah. I'm going to buy both of these now. I'm just going to stick you for now over here somewhere. We'll come back to you momentarily. So this is going to be the first line then, which is going to be the Humbles Road up to Trendhatton line. And again, I'm deliberately doing this to run it through Grenninghead Cross Central because it increases, in fact, it doubles the capacity along this section of the line. Not necessarily the vehicle capacity, but the number of passengers on a vehicle capacity will double. And then hopefully, yeah, things will speed up. Something else you've got to factor in here, of course, is, so right now, that's the wrong one. So right now we have lots and lots of people who want to run via here, some of which to get to Pewburg Interchange, which is up here. Some of them, like Woodside Park. That's in Bahecity? Oh no, that is here. But Stillington Overground, that's in Bahecity. And I feel like some of these other ones, Stone Boulevard, is that in? Yeah, oh my god. But Guard City is packed. My point is, there are people trying to get to other cities on the map as well from here. That will get resolved once trains start running from Bahecity Central. And in fact, more good news. Last time I revealed the high speed is almost ready to go. Master Trams has started working on the Transrapid for me as well, which is another one that I felt needed doing. Because A, it should be quite simple because it's literally a straight line with a couple of stations along the way. And B, it's another really good way of getting between Bahecity and Guard City. In fact, it's the fastest way of getting between the two. So getting this running is almost more of a priority than getting the high speed running. But getting both running would be fantastic. So that's something worth looking into as well, which, yeah, it is. That's the main thing. Okay, I've talked enough. I keep talking a lot. I do that a lot. Apologies. Let's get going with this then. We'll get this line up and running. I might even do the second one off camera as well, actually, and then we can start looking at if there's anything else we can do in today's episode. So, let's go, shall we? Okay, that's all of that done. You may have noticed during all of that, if I just save the game while I talk here, during all of that I also went and rejigged the existing lines to actually use these waypoints that I put down here. So now they actually slow down into Bahecity Central. They go down to 10 miles an hour. Now if I do expand this, then obviously this waypoint will have to move and it may mess things up with the timetable again. But right now I feel like things are okay. Just going to rename this line here. That is the danger when you build these big stops, and I've noticed that with the depot as well, is sometimes the vehicles actually end up leaving the depot like a minute early, because the time it takes them to crawl all the way down here at 5 miles an hour when they originally set the timetable up is a lot longer than if they were in one of these 3 platforms here. So yeah, it's one of those things, but what can you do? Also, got to do that, and then deselect these. There we go. Much better. So I didn't actually check here. Senningbury Holt is the other popular one, which is the one to the south here. Everyone else just wants to go through Gradinghead Cross Central. Now that might be where is it? Cargo Flow Legend. I want passengers there. So yeah, you can see here that there is definitely more room for capacity, shall we say, on this line here in particular. And I think it is because this is the one that goes between Fort Dronford and Bahecity Central. And in fact, once we get into this section, that's the high speed. That's Trans Rapid, sorry, that's not the high speed. You can see that it does die down a bit. So the high speed won't fix this issue, but if it is passengers trying to get to Guard City, then the high speed combined with the Trans Rapid will hopefully fix that issue. And then, you know, buses or even the commuter trains that run between the 2 stations here, that will help with all of that. Fingers crossed. Anyway, that's that done. In theory, these 2 lines could start operating now. I'm not going to start operating them yet because I'm going to do that at the end of the episode. The next thing we're going to do is the tram depot up here. Now this one could also have connections, imagine if I draw a line sort of like this, to both of these. Now this one here, I feel like could be made slightly bigger. I don't know why I actually deleted those houses there, because I could just do it like this and actually have the out road be in the middle for once, which I suppose is fine. And then the dock could go there with another one next to it at the end of the road here. Possibly, we'll see. But yeah, I'm thinking for this one, along like this, actually just keep going along. I think that would work well. Where would this one work well? Here, I think. So if I did this and then along like that. Yeah. And then here would be a good spot to build a depot right next to Great West View. That works quite well, I feel. I'm quite happy with that, and unlike the other one, this is going to be a single entry exit, so we can crack this in kind of like so. Now that I've got these other waypoints as well, I feel like I could use this a little bit more. Definitely these ones over at... Actually, did I use those ones over at Bahecity? I think I did. But yeah, this is all good. Right, let's go build this depot as well. This one, so I think I said it was Great Buntbourne Docks down to Terminal 2, wasn't it? I think. Maybe. I kind of want to build it somewhere else, though. Maybe just to Frentbourne Interchange again. That's not a bad idea, because then that goes through Senningbury Holt. And Frentbourne Interchange is quite a big potential here anyway, because, you know, buses coming from Frentbourne and whatnot. So that might actually be a better one to do. And then the one from Great West View just terminates at Bahecity Central again. I like it. Let's do it. First of all, though, I'm going to build the depot here, and then I'm going to go ahead and start planning out those services. Okay, sorted. So we now have trams running from Slayberg Springs, or Springs Square, up to Bahecity Central. We've got Humbles Road over to Trendhatton via Bahecity Central. We've got Great West View to Bahecity Central. And then we've got, I will remember these names, honestly. Great Buntbourne Docks down to Frentbourne Interchange via Bahecity Central. I think this is a pretty comprehensive tram network, if I do say so myself. BT07, BT08. Now the line numbers here probably should be more important than what I've done, but I think this still works fine. Could always jig things around. There's no exclusivity or anything like that. This I can get rid of. So yeah, off camera, I'm going to autofill these, get them running, and then I'm going to take the scheduled dispatch from the other lines and use it as inspiration for these ones as well. And I think that'll do it for this episode. Next time out then, I was going to do one more episode for the trams, to be honest, but there isn't actually anything left to do. So between episodes, I'm going to rebuild Bruntberg Airport down here. I'm also going to rename those stops that I was meant to have done for this episode. There may be other tram lines that come along in the future. For example, we still haven't gone out here to Renway. And I'm sure there are other ones that I was meant to have done that I've forgotten about, which isn't great. Also, I've just realised that I'm right in the middle of rush hour, so I might fast forward time before I start auto-filling these. I wish there was a thing where you could just say set time to. I know that would mess things up with the vehicle schedules and stuff, but that would be so handy. And also, already looking at the tram stop here, it does get quite busy, so I think I am going to do the bus station idea. So the next time out as well, the bus station may have moved. And the tram stop here might be a little bit bigger, but we'll see. This actually feels like quite a short episode. I've been recording for less than an hour, so I don't know how long this is going to be with all of the time lapses and stuff. It may even come in under half an hour, who knows. But yeah, hopefully you've enjoyed the episode nonetheless. Shorter episodes like this might happen every so often. And again, I don't know how long this episode is actually going to be right now, because I haven't done all the speed ups and stuff, but it feels short right now. So yeah, there may be some shorter episodes in future. There may even be some like mini episodes of me just doing little tweaks here and there as well. We'll see. Although I might make those Patreon exclusives. I don't know. That's what was meant to happen originally, and then I never actually got round to it. So we'll see about that. But I'm happy with this. I think this is coming along really nicely. I love the fact that we've got basically an entire tram network up in about 3 episodes, which is pretty quick for me. And I am trying to like complete things before I move on to the next project now. Even though Sanley still doesn't have a bus network. Again, if anyone out there likes buses more than I do, and I don't particularly like buses that much, I like things that run on rails, then feel free to become a patron. Links in the description, and then you can hop on the game once your month's done, and build your bus networks, basically. Choice is yours. But yeah, that'll do it for now. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to hit the like button if you enjoyed the video, and of course if you're enjoying the series so far, drop those comments down below with ideas for future episodes. It's always very much appreciated. Besides that, if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, be sure to hit the subscribe button. If you have already subscribed to the channel, thank you for your continued support. Enjoy the rest of your evening, and until next time, I will see you soon.